Hey guys, Scott Withers and Dallas Trower back here for part 2 of round 2 of the 2017 Rose City Open. We got Jesse Bickley, who had a killer front 9 at 12 under. I'm at 10, Chris Becker at 8, and Kyle Crabtree at 7. But this is where the course starts to get interesting.
Okay, Becker held his own on that front 9. He still has a stroke lead over Kyle. He's looking good. Hole 10. Oh, this hole. Every time I try that, boom, right into that tree.
And there's a reason those trees have all the guards up on them, right? Definitely.
That's putting. Say, Kyle, he's probably going right at it with a rock. Looks like it. Something dead and flippy. Go in.
Great shot.
Nice. That was looking awesome.
I struggle with this hole. I go back and forth between the forehand and the backhand. I feel like I hit that tree a lot, like you were talking about.
I love just the forehand because even if I don't hit the line and I don't hit a tree, I'll usually skip up for a putt, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, the forehand is just about one gap. So I feel like if you hit your initial gap, even though it's a little tighter, then there's nothing in the way all the way up. Your backhand, you've got to keep it going dead straight the whole time. So,
yeah, this hole's like sneaky uphill too, and where the baskets plays, it definitely plays more uphill than you think.
Yeah, it says 264, but it probably plays more in the 310 to 350.
Oh yeah, I definitely have to throw a pretty solid sidearm at it. Jesse, ooh, obstructed putt here. Little air ball. Becker, dude, looking like death in the way. He's gonna bang this. Oh, nice run.
Everyone's kind of in that probably 28 to 35 foot range here that are not gimmies, and we knew it was kind of windy this day to start.
No stepper here, gonna stand it.
Looks like I'm probably just inside the circle.
Yeah, I would guess so. Nice putt.
Yep, look good. It's always encouraging when you watch yourself on video and the putter is going in the basket instead of into the front cage.
Yeah, right into the heart too. It was looking nice. There you go. Good bird.
Now, Jesse, a little bit of a comebacker and a cleanup here.
Yeah, he hasn't had much testers yet for par saves.
No, but he puts it in to keep a one-shot lead still.
X always going to give it to you if you jam it in there. These baskets love to be hit hard.
We'll move on to hole 11. Big turnover or forehand, I guess, but the mid-range or like the slow fairway driver is kind of the play. I think Kyle's throwing a Mako here. Maybe it's a Mako 3, but one of the two. I remember when he was throwing those things, he was so good with them.
Yeah, I believe that. I see a lot of people throw real high dead rocks. I like to go roller here.
This is the Gazelle that you were referencing, I think. That's generally what I throw on this hole. It's kind of a flippy, well, straight to flippy fairway driver. Not real sure if that just dug into the ground or what it did.
Is that bad boy still in your bag?
I have a Gazelle in my bag. It's not that one, though.
Okay. Still bagging a Gazelle, though.
Yep. Yeah, and it's funny. They'll come out some courses quite a bit, and then I'll go like a month and never throw it. It's just one of those special you have to be feeling.
Jesse wasn't looking too happy, but I think he has a putt for bird.
I feel like you've got to push that sidearm out so much. This hole's 375. It is downhill at the end, but I think the downhill plays more for the backhand than it does for the forehand. The forehands with those stable discs just kind of dump out and don't ever quite get down to it, but it's way safer to hit the initial gap and get your par for most players to just try to throw forehand through this one.
Yeah, that was a good upshot. Maybe a little long. Ooh, Jesse's laying this up. He's not running this knowing he has the lead.
Yeah. It's just too far, and it's too sloped away. I feel like you've got to be inside 40 or maybe 45 on this hole to try to give one a run. And you can see I'm not even lining it up with my putter. I'm lining it up with the dart to try to get it to stop.
Oh, it was looking good for a second. Is it rolling? You're watching it for a while.
Yeah, they always do on this hole. They always kind of scurry away to that 25-foot range for par if you miss your birdie putt.
Oh man, this hole's so easy once you know you don't have a birdie look to mess up your par because you're already thinking about birding in the next hole. Man, Kyle, another roll out.
Yeah, just as we talked about mine scurrying down the hill, Kyle's picks up and rolls even farther away down
It
the hill.
was
He hit
so
chain.
slow.
To outside the circle, too.
Oh, man. That's a tough break.
I only
Tough
moved
break.
to about 20 feet, it looks like. But yeah,
Oh,
this is a tough
that's
putting.
in your head. You're scared. I can see it. You're like, man, Kyle, why'd you do that to me? Oh, nice putt. You got it.
A lot of pars on this hole, too. It's just kind of what it is. Oh, Jesse.
Oh, Jesse, just like I was talking about. You already moved on to the next hole. You're thinking about birdieing it. And just don't think about tap outs, man. You got to think about them tap outs.
Yeah, probably at 10 to 12 feet there and just...
Oh, man, that was a tough break. He had such a good, clean round. Is that his first bogey of the tournament? I think he went bogey-free the first round.
It was his first bogey of this round for sure, but now two of us are tied up at 11, and Jesse gave me a little bit of a gift back there. But now we move on to 12, which is your birdie hole. Honestly, you've got to pick.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to skip ace this every time. I love this hole. What is that? Mid-range?
I think that was the same gazelle that I threw last hole, and I was trying to throw it soft and just threw a really bad shot short left and probably not in putting range.
Becker looking smooth. That needs to start hyzering. Missed the tree. That's putting. I like it. Looking good.
Yeah, good shot. This is a hole that you can throw anything you want on. You can get your mid-ranges there, but you also see people sometimes throw faster drivers and play them down the right side and kind of let them finish at the end, and Kyle throws that Mako over by where I was at, which isn't necessarily what you're looking for.
That grass is looking tall. I'm wondering if the skip shot really wasn't available at this time.
Good shot by Jesse.
Yeah, that's finishing nice.
He took a little more understable of a rock or of whatever disc that was and went ahead and let it stand up on its own. So that was a cool shot to watch.
Ooh, are you going to make it? Oh my goodness. The Withers walk off. Nice putt. That was clean. I like to see those. Hope Kyle matches it.
Yeah, Kyle looked to be about 40. Oh, high left.
Oh, wow. That cut out the back.
Yeah, you don't see that very often on these baskets. It looked like it just barely missed the pole, but it was a made putt.
Yeah, I would have counted that.
Jesse.
Ooh, he's going to walk it in, too. I like it. Becker, dude.
Good clean up. So we end up with 3 birdies on this hole and one putt that should have went in and didn't.
We need a no mess for that. That should have been a star frame. That's sad. Ooh, yeah, the rewind.
Yeah, that was maybe 50 feet. It was a
true
jump
I was
putt.
thinking 50, 60. That was outside your step range. You actually had to jump it.
Yeah. Hole 13, couple lines on this one. You'll see some people take the left side, but really most people are going to be taking a driver and kind of throwing it down this tight gap to the right and just... I still don't really know where to aim here. I'm just trying to throw it over the hill and see if I skip down and can somehow get the right distance.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like to just take something understable and fast and just throw it on that hyzer and let it glide up and over that hill. I have seen the forehand roller work, but Chris is just taking Annie with the forehand.
Looks like Jesse is too, though.
Yeah, I've seen this play quite a bit. I've actually seen quite a bit backhand rollers. All these Pier locals, they throw some crazy shots here. If that stays clean, he should be looking at a putt.
Kyle is riding this Mako out all day.
Man, that's a big shot for a Mako, I feel like, but...
Might not be a bad play, though, if you can get it in the air high enough because it just keeps floating and can kind of glide all the way to the hill. But
I hope Chris makes this. This is such a cool-looking putt. I hope he makes it. That's what I'm talking about.
That's a great hit. That's probably 70 feet up the hill. You see how long it takes to run it out. We get a replay of that one for sure.
Yeah. He was focused. He was in. He's in there. Cash money. I love big putts. Oh man, if
Couldn't
you would have
really
matched
tell.
that.
Yeah, just a missed 40-footer there, but Jesse's got about the same distance from the easier side to putt from, which is above the basket.
Little downhill. Let's go, man. This is awesome coverage. It's putts after putts. That's where the Mako ended up? Not bad.
Oh.
That's actually, I guess, CTP, huh? Ooh.
Yeah, none of us threw it next to the basket. We were all outside the circle and ended up with 2 birdies and, probably a 70-footer and a 45-footer. And then Kyle and I will have to just clean up and take our pars and walk over to the next hole.
Yeah, finishing 2 down as a par on this hole is pretty impressive. Oh man, hole 14. This is where I broke my first disc ever trying to roller. Snapped it right in half, hit the first tree, never flew again.
Do you remember what it was?
It was a Pro Starfire.
Nice. So there's multiple lines you can try to take on this hole. Like you said, you can try the roller that goes down the left side. This play that Chris just does is maybe the safest way to get out of everything. It doesn't get you to the basket, but this hole and the next hole are so hard. If you can take pars on them, you're gaining strokes in the field.
Oh, yeah. I'm totally fine going 3-3 on 14-15.
Jesse, inside. Does it catch a tree? He's still watching it.
What are you guys throwing here? Are you throwing understable, overstable?
No,
I've never tried this shot.
This is a PD2 that I'm throwing. I don't know if it works or not, but you're taking an overstable disc and just trying to crush it on an Annie forehand out of your hand. And it looks like that maybe
you parked it the first round, and it blew my mind watching that coverage when it looked like you were just playing like a layup shot and you ended up by the basket. So it's that same PD2, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and that was a green S-line PD2 that I threw for a long time that was a little more on the straight side. You think PD2 and you think really overstable, but it had been beat in and just had a lot of glide to it. I think it's kind of an accident if that forehand birdies and you just take it and they're like super pumped about it. You're really just trying to play to get out in the field so you can take your 3 and move on.
You can see some of Chris's ultimate coming into play on a lot of these up shots. The guy is silky smooth with these shots.
Jesse and his Pro Rhino all day. I think he goes back and forth in this video between a Pro Rhino and a Glow Gator. One's significantly more overstable than the other.
Yeah.
He really does love that Rhino in wooded areas.
He does not bag a rock. Spoiler alert. That kid does not throw rocks. Rhinos and Gators.
Yeah, mid-ranges at all, hardly.
Yeah, you want to hustle some money off Jesse. Challenge him to rock throwing competition. Until he gets good at that, we still have those on him. Little straddle, little comebacker here.
Those burns are blowing. It looks like it's still a little windy.
Oh yeah, nice putt. Dogs aren't impressed, they just keep walking by.
If you haven't been to Pier Park, it's definitely in the middle of a community. You do have a lot of foot traffic that comes through this park. There's a lot of people and a lot of distractions.
Oh yeah, you'll just get a group of joggers and mountain bikers. Yeah, that park is busy.
We always get to hole, 8's tee pad, and there's always a backup on that hole, and I feel like every time we're playing Rose City, there's always kids playing basketball, and I just want to go try to ball it up with them for a few minutes before we have to tee off on hole 8.
They also, I think, have that little, like that water sprinkler for the kids that's over there. I've seen that going before when it's hot. Like, I'm about to get in that. Hole 15. This is throw it as hard as you can and close your eyes and hope you don't hit a tree hole.
Yeah, this is a signature hole at Pier. I still hold to it's not a good disc golf hole, but it's a very, very picturesque disc golf hole.
Oh yeah, it's so awesome when you step up to it because you get scared almost.
It looks like Jesse and Chris were both intentionally kind of going on that left side with forehands.
Yeah, keep it low, force it, and hope you get a big old skip up there.
Yeah, I'm throwing a flippy Star Destroyer here. Something that I'm sure is going to be put kind of on a hyzer, and that didn't work. I don't I'm lost on this hole.
Shot it off. Yeah, this hole's hard, man. Like I said, I throw something very understable, very hard, and hope it just doesn't hit anything.
What a
That's
shot.
Looking awesome. Man, this guy's gaps, he just hits them. They're looking great.
absolutely on the green. That is, if you try that shot 50 times, even if you're one of the best players in the world, you're still only going to hit it 3 or 4 times out of that. So that was a pretty incredible shot, and this is what you're left with when you hit an early tree.
Oh, no.
Stupid hole.
And that's what you get on this hole, because the biggest gap is the initial gap. You get off the fairway.
Silly hole. Are you going Tommy? Or was this thumber?
It looks like a standstill thumber.
A little plate skip action at the end, maybe? Skip it in?
I think I'm so close to the tree that I can't run up.
Looks that way.
It was a Tommy. Yeah, I was coming back left.
I thought you lined it up that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, good camera work there. It was nice and clean.
See, we're still probably sitting at 35 or 40 feet for bogey. Chris ends up in the spot where the turnover forehand that's decent goes, but he's still probably 150 out, throwing a putter as an upshot.
He's been peering that upshot all day. A little hyzer flip to flat and just let it fade slow at the end.
Jesse looks like the Rhino this time, just on a bunch of hyzer. He likes that thing. That Pro Plastic tends to stop real quick, so I think it really helps for those.
Wow, this is Kyle's drive, almost pin high. That's impressive. Let's go.
Yeah, you got to make that. If you throw a drive that well, you got to capitalize on it, and he does. That's a birdie that picks up 2 strokes on most.
I would bet that it could have picked up 4 to 5 on one of the worst scores in MPO. This hole is hard, and to do it is impressive. Like, man, that was a good 4 save even,
Yeah, I was standing there throwing a tomahawk from 240, 250 feet still. It very easily could have been worse than that. Chris and Jesse play it pretty textbook in terms of get your drive somewhere in the middle, throw your forehand shot up there, and move on. They
pretty much played it, no worries. That was looking good. Man, look at that thing just flipping and flipping and flipping. That's impressive.
Jesse opens up a 2-shot lead again with 3 holes to go in this round, and it is a 3-round tournament, so we have 1 more to go. But now standing up on 16, this is kind of a turnover fairway or a big mid-range shot. It looks like Kyle threw the Mako again.
A little flip too much on him, maybe.
Yeah, anywhere that you can get down there is putting. You'll also see some backdoor hyzers down the right side that kind of can take a skip up, but the cover's so low that it's got to be height controlled really well.
Oh, he is taking that right side. Yeah, that one's tough at this time of year. The coverage is way low.
Oh, Jesse out really, really early, and that's a big mistake on this
hole. Baby.
See if I can capitalize. This is a swirly star T-bird that I had in my bag for a long time, so that means I'm going that right side also.
Man, it's so tough right now. You have to keep it so low. Wow, look at that skip. That's going to be death putt. You're not running that.
That's in big time death putt range, and I don't even remember how close it was. But Jesse's in. I'm sitting 2 shots behind. I always know where we're at on the card. And Jesse's sitting all the way back here, probably figuring that a par is going to get a stroke. And Jesse throws an incredible upshot, and we'll have to see if it actually stayed on this super slope green.
Yeah, it could be under it, and it could be 90 long. I've seen him roll forever on this green.
Chris grabbing the AVR, throwing it back in.
Low. Nice, it stayed under. Let's go. That's probably awesome.
Just looking good. Same thing. We'll see if it stopped or not. So you're looking at probably 40-foot death putt here. Debating whether I want to use my putter or the dart.
Yeah, I could see it. You're looking shaky. I don't see a lot of confidence in this one. Make me eat it. Oh, see ya. Nice. Stop. That could have went far.
It's a good miss. Missed high, committed to the pot. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I'll take it. That was looking awesome. This is where his Mako landed when he overturned it?
The jumper back up the hill. Almost.
Yeah, it's starting. You could definitely hear the wind here. See Chris's shirt.
Yeah, this is a part of the course through 16, 17, and 18 that I feel like there's always wind on, even on calm days. But just look at the upshots that these two just threw in those conditions. Both of them stopped, and were able to tap it.
You could see just on Jesse's putt there how much it lifted from the wind in that short little par save. Yeah, he had a great upshot. I was probably going to bet $5 he bogeyed it after watching that drive. jams it.
Yeah, Kyle does a really good job of getting his legs and core involved in the putt by doing like the kind of squat down action and then bringing it up straight to his chest, kind of chambering the putter and then letting it go right at the pole.
Man, look at these scores, 6-5, 4-3.
17's a tough birdie. It's a full distance driver shot that you're just ripping dead straight and trying to get a little skip up the hill. But it's gettable. Kyle throws a good one there. If it stayed clean and skipped it all, he's
flared. Yeah, this hole's super fun. Once you hit it right out of your hand, you know if you hit it or not.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. There's no feedback needed. You know that you either threw it in that gap, or if you don't, you're scrambling to save par from wherever. And if you hit early left, good luck. It's really tough to basket.
It gets tough over there for sure. No, to me, this is one of my favorite holes because, like I said, as soon as it's out of my hand, I know if I executed it or not.
This is watching that one for a long time. Looks like it was decent.
Didn't see. Oh, it looks like a little rollback.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell, but the way he was reacting on it looks like he kind of liked it. Looks like I'm going FD3 here, so this is, trying to hit the gap instead of trying to get it all the way to the basket. I struggle with this hole a little bit traditionally.
Yeah, I think you hit early in the first round, then you kind of overcorrected the second round.
It's no good from anywhere. And, well, it ends up okay. I kicked way right down in the other fairway, but it looks like I have that.
Oh, yeah, I've seen tons of these little dart gator up shots going before.
90 to 100 footer. Almost got it. Ends up right on. Bar move on.
Becker from the knee. He's looking focused.
Yeah, long ways to have a knee putt. Looks like it's a little outside of the circle. Got to really commit to getting the height right on these putts.
Oh, yeah, I tried to spin it. That wind just lifted it. Once I got under that plate, it was over.
Jesse's drive ends up in... Oh, that wasn't...
Oh, no. Yeah, I know. Remember, he had that rollback. This is Kyle's drive, though, right after that huge flare skip.
Yeah, it's got to be. And catches extreme right side chains.
Yeah, the X's, if you hit them right, left, middle, as long as you hit them hard, they're going to go in. That's why people don't like them. They hit them right and left soft, and it pushes them out. You just got to jam them on those bad boys.
Yeah, they're the best catching basket in the world, for sure. They're almost too big at times, I feel like. Not on a course like this, where it's long and hard. But I think if you play a course like Shampooey that has them, sometimes the baskets catch a little too much because it's short, kind of a birdie fest anyway. But
man,
really,
you remember the first time you saw these baskets when they got introduced during Worlds? They were so bright and just like awesome. Nobody had anything like it. Yep,
and they did that neon yellow powder coating on them, and they were the brightest thing ever, and they've faded a lot since then. Moving on to the last hole of the round, 553 feet, and we're all taking distance drivers again and just ripping them as hard as we can. The idea is to throw it straight, get a little fade left at the end, and just hope you don't catch something. A little inside left that stands up's not bad, but I think all four of us in this card can get it to this hole.
Oh yeah, definitely. With that downhill slope, you just let it stretch and glide, and it'll match and get that nice skip if you hit the hard pack at the end.
It does take a good throw and a good skip, though, because it is 550, and it's downhill, but it's more of kind of off a platform than it is, like, gradually downhill the whole time.
Oh, yeah, and if you have headwind, game over. You're not doing this hole.
Good throw by Chris and Jesse. Looks like they both put it pretty much right where you want to be. I don't know if they'll have putts or not, but at worst case...
Yeah, if they do, it's long up shots, I feel like.
Man, looks like I turned it over just
a little too cooked, yeah. Sometimes, though, that'll be fine if you have the height and it skips, but no, that was just right into the ground.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. The camera made it look like there was stuff in the way, but the way that disc flew, you can tell there was no branches or anything.
Yeah, I thought you were definitely in that branch.
But then everyone's kind of in that zone. They have either layups or really big jumpers that aren't super makeable. You can see Chris even from like 60 or 70 or whatever.
Yeah, I'm fine with that play. This is Jesse's drive?
I think it is.
Oh, no. You can see the wind get under that and just push it high and left.
It's just about... yeah.
Jesse.
So Jesse plays a great round here, misses a couple putts, but is going to have the lead going into round 3, excuse me.
Man, I would love to see this round with those 2 putts going in. That was a great round.
Yeah,
a little frustration.
Ends up at 6-5, 4-4 on our card, so it all stayed pretty consistent. I know we have a couple newcomers to the lead card for round 3 and a couple new people coming in to do some commentary on it. So thanks, John Katansky, for doing all the editing of this video, and Steve Yang for being the one to take the video, whatever it was, 3.5 years ago now, or 2.5 years ago now. So Dallas, thanks for doing this with me. We will sign off.
Yeah, it was fun. I can't wait to watch round 3, man. I hope there's more big putts to follow.
I can promise there's more big putts, and I can promise the scores are a little better in round 3 too, as I think we got a little better conditions in the afternoon. But all right, guys, Dallas, I'll talk to you later.
Later.